Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. I was informed yesterday that my previous video did not have any audio, so I'm just going to be briefly repeating the point that I went over yesterday. It was a very short stream yesterday because I only had one topic, but today I have a couple of bonus topics that I'd like to talk about. But anyway, welcome to Bonus Topics. My name is Josh. So, there we go. Whoops. All right. Go. All right. So, for the main topic of yesterday's live stream, which we missed because of the audio issues, the title that I had for that live stream was something along the lines of your world doesn't have to make sense, things just have to make sense in the world. Now, what I mean by that is that your world has to have a fancy word called verisimilitude, which basically means internal consistency. So, immersion is an important part of telling a story. The believability of something fictional, so that a reader or a viewer or whatever your audience is can be captured in the moment of the story and really get into it. In order to achieve that, one of the important things is to maintain internal consistency, to maintain verisimilitude, right? So, your world may not have the same rules as Earth, but it does have its own rules. Say, for example, you've got a magic system. We don't have magic here on Earth, but in your fictional world, in maybe the tabletop game that you're playing, or whatever story you're writing, in that world, it has magic. And magic usually follows its own rules. That's actually a very important thing about magic systems. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that when you establish a rule, you need to follow that rule and be consistent about it. This is the pitfall of many stories with magic systems, right? Where a writer might write themselves into a corner and then just think, oh, I'll make up something new in the magic system on the spot to get me out of this bind. That's not very good. It tells readers that the investment they've made in remembering how the magic works and what its benefits and limitations are is worthless. That the rules can change any time, and that there's no point in paying attention to them, because they'll just do whatever you want them to do. So, that was just the main topic of yesterday's live stream. Verisimilitude, establishing rules, and then once you've established those rules, being consistent about those rules. All right. So, for my bonus topics, as I'm calling them, there are a few things that have been happening this week that I wanted to comment on that I think would be some really neat little studies about character, brand, and marketing the idea of a character to an audience, right? So, for this one over here, if you're a gamer, such as myself, you might recognize the vague idea of this image. It's from a trailer for a video game that's coming out sometime in the future called Intergalactic. Now, I'm just going to point out one of the many flaws that was in the trailer that makes it not very marketable to an audience, and why I think it will be a failed product. So, in the trailer, the main character is Jordan, the human, which, setting aside how much it peeves me to have boring old humans with boring old human names in a sci-fi setting, the main crux of the trailer is that Jordan is a bounty hunter, and she has decided to set her sights on a target who has escaped to a planet that no one has ever returned from. So she's having a conversation through a screen with another character, her agent, who finds her these jobs and claims those jobs. And her agent is warning her not to do this, saying it's a suicide mission, and so on and so on. Now, in the trailer, this is Jordan's reaction to her agent trying to stop her. This is a major problem with this character, because, as I've written down here, it shows that she's flippant, not taking things seriously in this moment. Whether you have a very serious story or a very comedic, funny story, there are moments where you need to ground your story and be serious for at least a moment. And in my opinion, this is one of the moments where you needed that. But instead, the trailer went for this kind of Marvel humor, treating nothing seriously kind of vibe. And Jordan even goes so far as to tell her agent, if you don't claim this bounty for me in the system, I'm going to go find another agent. In the trailer that they had a very long-standing relationship, and at the very least the agent thought that they were friends. So these two things are showing an audience that this character is not very likable. If you met a person like this in real life, and they acted to you like this, you would probably not like them. Now, a simple fix for this moment in the trailer that I came up with is that instead of having her react like this, maybe instead she gets serious for just a moment, and she tells her agent something like, look, you and I have known each other for a long time. If I weren't sure about this, I wouldn't be telling you to do it. So, asking a favor from a friend, it's humble, it's endearing, and then she might emphasize her noble cause, right? I haven't told you this before, but I am on a mission to search for my old crew that I was running with. This is one of those people. It doesn't matter that They've gone somewhere where no one has come back from. I'm going to find them. So even that simple fix changes the impression that people get of the character. This one is unlikable, which is why she's being memed across the internet. And this one is potentially much more likable. So for my other bonus topic, it might be hard to see because of the angle, but the trailer for the Superman movie, the new Superman movie, came out as well, and a lot of people are liking it, which is totally fine, but in my opinion, it has many, many red flags. The thing that got to me the most was the very first frame of the trailer, where we see Superman careen in from the sky and crash to the ground, and we see him battered, broken, and defeated. And even throughout the first half of that trailer, we hear him gasping for breath. I didn't like this at all, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a comment that I made on a YouTube video reacting to the trailer. There are a lot of people in the comments talking about it's how Superman gets up after being defeated that matters. Why didn't we see that in the trailer? If the first thing we had seen was Superman getting up even though he was beat to hell, that would have been inspiring. Superman has a special place in the hearts of boys and men. In our minds, we are Superman. So when we see our icon broken, battered, and defeated, that is the exact opposite of what we need right now. We need to see Superman being super, not this. One other thing that I'll leave you all with on the Superman trailer is something not many will notice or connect the dots here on, but it may also seem benign. It is the breed of Crypto the dog. Crypto in the trailer is a different breed than he has always been depicted. Usually he is a white Labrador, but in James Gunn's Superman movie, it's a different breed of dog. You might think, well, that's not particularly important, right? As long as it's a dog, it should be fine. But here's the thing. The breed that Crypto has been changed to is the exact same breed as James Gunn's own pet dog. That, to me, is the biggest red flag for this movie, because it tells me that the person at the head of the whole thing is not making decisions for the benefit of the movie, for the benefit of the audience. He's not sacrificing his own personal whims and wants and desires for what the movie needs. He's going so far as to change something to suit what he likes. I guess this will be another short one. got through all those topics rather quickly. But yeah, that's all I had for today. Just wanted to talk about a few things, quickly go over the main topic that we missed last time because there was no audio. I'll try harder from now on to make sure that the audio is working. My computer might have frozen up.